Good morning, everybody. I was waiting on the camera to start just then. Um, this is Val. This is how you do it. Get some of this black stuff off my eyes. Um, I was looking at the march that I was reviewing that. I don't even know how I feel about it. To tell you the truth, I really don't. I kind of don't. Sometimes I don't like to be involved in that kind of stuff because it stir up negativity and you try to be a positive person and you kind of not try to overlook stuff like that, but then a lot of stuff is forced that you can't overlook because some of it is too real for the people that live around it. I mean, I think some people can look at video and look at tape and say, why don't the people just move on? Why are they still stirring this up? Why are they still talking about this? That's because that's their life. It may seem distant and far and in the past, but there is a silent struggle that goes on that sometimes it's just a personal struggle and sometimes it's a publicized struggle. Because my thing is, they glorify Rosa Parks a lot in Montgomery, Alabama. But see, people don't really know that she's not the first person that did not get up because they were tired on the bus. And all the buildings they got dedicated to her downtown. And all the streets they got dedicated to her going toward town. And then they redid the house that she lived in and all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking like, and then they kept the bus that she didn't get off of. She's glorified a lot. But there were others that are not mentioned. And then I was thinking, and the reason I didn't know anything about the thing that they did for Dr. King because they have so much for her that he's actually overlooked in Alabama. I don't even know why. It's the powers that be, y'all. I don't dislike white people. I hope y'all don't think that. And it's just some you just don't let your guard down on here. Because you could be hurt. And I don't mean hurt for us just mentally, financially, or something like I mean killed, hurt. So and that's the only thing I left out on that last video when I talked about, people being in prison, dogs, animals, stuff like that. But they were killed also. Because I know there was one person that said something under my video that just ignore it. It's easy to say ignore it when you don't live here. It's easy to say ignore it when you're not hearing it and seeing it, and then you're going to work, you're facing it. You go to the store, you face it. You walk in, you just walk minding your own business, you face it. You get stopped by the police and don't know whether you're gonna make it past that stop. It could be a traffic violation. You don't even know if you're gonna make it out of that. So We have a funeral to go to today. Yeah. I'm getting tired of funerals. And I think it's a lot of people getting tired of funerals. You understand? Getting tired of that. But as leaders in the community, this is one of the things that we do. And we are asked to do also by the family members of the person that passed. I want to take my hair down and do my curly afro because I twisted and then did the Bantu knots. But the thing is, when I was riding on the bike, when you put a towel on your head like this and you have a Bantu knot, those little balls press down into your head. And my scalp it was like hurting with the helmet on. So I started unwinding them so the balls won't be pushing into my head because of the helmet. I gotta get ready for that. Actually, 2 funerals today. We're gonna try to ride in both of them. Because we were asked to ride them both. I'm not going to tell you the details about the people. I mean, it's just enough going around. Too much happening right now in Montgomery to even dwell on it. So, I'm going to get ready. I guess after we go to those people's house and lead them to the church, we're not going to go to the burial site. We'll go to the other place and then lead them out. And that's how we'll make them both. I'm trying to figure out how to get started. I don't even feel like getting ready. Put some eye cream under my eyes, just in case, y'all. Just in case. This is for wrinkles. I forgot what it is. I can't even see the name of it. That's Cindy Crawford Meaningful Beauty. That's what it is. Meaningful something. This is my primer I'm putting on now on top of the Meaningful Beauty. Or whatever that is. Wrinkle cream. I just use it because I got it. I hopefully I don't have a problem with wrinkles. But maybe that's why. You know, I was telling Willie that the way the march was set up when we left up out of there, or when we got up downtown, um how they had the streets blocked off on the sides all the way down. Then they had the streets blocked off on the other side all the way down. Which, I understand security and all, but as the marchers got past certain streets, they blocked us off from behind. You know how we were saying that we was gonna turn around and go back out the way we came. Well, they put cars behind the marchers, blocking them from behind. So if you did try to get out, they had you trapped in like a little maze. And I was telling Willie, if something popped off, even an innocent would have been harmed that day, because they had us surrounded and trapped in a little bitty square like this. They had police cars on the sides, and then the Capitol is right there. You couldn't go past the Capitol, and they had cars behind the marchers like this, blocking us off. So if you tried to get out, you were trapped in that little bitty area. I told him that I don't know if everybody was aware of that, but we were trapped, and if something happened, they could have killed us all right there, or hosed us all right there, or beat us all right there, or if somebody started shooting, people would have been hurt because the police put us in a little maze and trapped us off. I just thank the Lord that nothing really happened. And it wouldn't be because of the Klan or the other people like that. The police trapped us. I knew they probably thought they could have a better control of the situation if something popped off. But it's more than one way to look at a thing. You left no room for a person to save themselves. Nothing to hide on there if somebody starts shooting. Just out in the open. Y'all saw us when we tried to leave. When Will was saying, can we go out this way? He was talking to the police. They had everything blocked off. We couldn't get out. We couldn't even go back the way we came. And so one of the policemen on the bike, got on the radio. The Motorola would get you every time. And then he talked to the persons on one of the side streets by Dr. King Church, and then they moved the SUVs. That's what was blocking the street. They moved the SUVs and let us get through. I'm just glad the people that was in the march got out of it safe. Like I say, it's always more than one way to look at a thing. And of course they would say it was for the safety of the people. Yeah, that's what it was for. I felt like it was like they trapped us like a rat. And you best believe if something did happen, they wouldn't distinguish one from another. Everybody would have got it. And then they would have said they was within the confines of the law. They had a right. They was protecting and serving. Nothing would be done. And I know this is not a good year. I kind of hate this time of year because they bring all this stuff back up. They remind you you ain't no better off than you was before. It's still the same. It may seem like it's better. And then I heard somebody say that, well, you have a black president, you should be proud. This is the only president I know that has had as much trouble as a president, as our president right now. Some of the things that they take him through, they never took another president through before. So we are blessed to have a black president. But I don't consider him a black president. I just consider him to be president. And that he's not a president just for the black people. He's president for all people. And I don't think people get that. That he's not just looking out for our interests. Matter of fact, he's looking out for everybody's interests. He's the president of the Ku Klux Klan. He protecting them too. Making sure they have a right to do what they want to do. Freedom of speech, freedom to gather. He's not just a black president. He is the president. He's the father of us all. He has all colored children, all different colors, all different shapes, all different sexual thing, like the gays. He's their president too. He got to look out for them. Say what you want, he's their president too, right? So he got to look out for his children. I don't think people get that. The Mexicans, he's their president too. The Haitians, he's their president too. He's protecting us all. And people keep saying black president. I ain't never heard them call another president white president. You see, they say that things have changed. But why do you have to say black president? Why he's just not the president? I never thought of him like that. Black president. And then I see here how people call him Obama when they mention his name, instead of respecting his title as calling him President Obama. I mean, listen to the news sometime. There's not one time anybody said Bush. They always say President Bush. And he's not even president no more. One of the worst presidents we ever had, in my opinion. The last one. Not Daddy Bush, Baby Bush. Papa Dot. Because he tried to bankrupt the nation. That's the only reason I say that, y'all. And took us into a war that we still trying to get out of. That's the only reason I say that. Not because of his character, because of how he handled his job. Papa Dot. And when this stuff went down, I backed the president 100%. Papa Dot. Bush. When the towers got hit, I said if they would have hurt the president, go to war. He was our president. Back him 100%. They had nothing to do with skin color. You should be proud you got a black president. We have a president. He happens to be black. And white. He's mixed. I think people forget that too. Raised by his white grandparents. He has a white mother. Did anybody forget that? I think people do forget that. All they see is his skin. Getting ready for this funeral, y'all. I'm going to tie this back up. I'm not going to take it down. I want to do a curly afro, but oh, the funerals. Can't. Riding the bike. See, there, you need to be a little upbeat. What's the matter with you, girl? I know it, y'all. What I did this morning was I reviewed that film that I did yesterday, because I was so tired yesterday, y'all. I sliced them all together, And I had said I was going to delete some of the negative comments that I was making, but I didn't. Because, give y'all a watered down version of the march. Just when we leave and when we get there. And I thought I had a part in there of all those shotgun houses on how those people were living. And you can actually see those people looking all terrible when we was riding up and down the street. But the camera wasn't on. I didn't delete that. I just didn't have it. I mean, it was sad. It was really sad to me. I live in like the country, and I'm at home by myself a lot, and I don't get out too much to see all of that stuff anymore. I remember those streets when I was young, and they were some okay streets. They were really nice. I mean, people were living okay for that time. And to see them now, it's sad. It really is. And how far they have to go out to a decent grocery store. Calhoun grocery store. Maybe I shouldn't say the name of it. They have rotten meat in that place. You open the door, you can smell the stench of the food in there. And the chicken and the pork chops got green stuff around the edges of it. They take it from the store on the east side of town and bring it to the store on the west side of town, and they sell it to those people. And to go from one side of town to the other side of town, you got to have a car, a good something to get you over there. You can't be riding no bike, buy grocery. But people have cars now. But I'm just saying, why you got to go so far just to get some decent food for your people, your family? You could smell the store before you even go in it. Y'all been to the store like that? You could smell the taintiness of the meat when you're on the door. It's sad. And they still in business. How you stay in business and those inspectors don't shut you down? Why? Why wouldn't they shut you down? Think about that. Why are they still open? Yeah. And they're shutting down everything on that side of town. But places like that. And liquor stores. And the problem is too big. You can't help people like that. It's too big. It's too big for one person. It really is. You can't do anything. It's overwhelming. It's so big. And another thing, the reason we go into those neighborhoods riding a bike, and now when we be in the funerals, it look bad in some of the funerals too. Some of the young black kids that we wave to and they see us on the bike, it's to encourage them that you can have this too. And then when they see black people on bikes like that, they are so excited and they're waving and they're doing it. Little kids, we make sure we always speak to the little kids and try. If they want to sit on the bike, we let them sit on the bike or whatever. Because those kids, their dreams is that they never seen in those neighborhoods black people with anything. Not a nice bike like that, or when the cowboys go out, they have never seen a black cowboy. They don't even know you can even own your own horse. Because it was one kid asked me when we went to a funeral. He said, "Are you a policeman?" I said, "The police are not the only ones with motorcycles." I said, "You can have one too. When you grow up, you can have a motorcycle too." Sad. And this is valuable. This is how you do it. Thinking about the little kids that don't know that they can have a motorcycle too, because of the way they live now. And this is valuable. This is how you do it. Talk to you guys later.